Soon as I put my head, like I looked up and looked out the window, y'all, literally a green truck passed me. I'm like, oh, driveway is a bright green car. I told him to show me a green truck or green car. He showed me a green truck and a green car. If that ain't a sign, then what is? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to finally give y'all story time on how I found out I was pregnant, plus, you know, my family's reaction, and answering some questions that I posted on my Instagram story that y'all been asking. I'm gonna only really answer like the main questions that I keep seeing, but I'm gonna give y'all a little story time.
And I'ma love you, girl, the way you need. Ain't no one gonna stop us. Ain't no one gonna stop us. And I'ma give you.
So the reason I had took a pregnancy test to begin with is because of my missed period. I had, around the time before I had took a pregnancy test, it said I was going to come on my period on a Thursday. So, of course, I'm checking my Flow app, patiently waiting to see when Thursday come, like, when my period's coming. Because every time I have a period, y'all, I always check my Flow app to see what days I'm coming on. Because I be having to, like, mentally prepare myself for my period, y'all. I hate being on my period. I know. And then I never want to, like, not be prepared and be bleeding just in my underwear and I'm out in public or anything like that. So I always like plan ahead, if it makes sense. So I'm waiting that beginning of the week, knowing that my period's coming on Thursday. So I'm just waiting. And Thursday comes around and I start spotting. Like, and when I say spotting, y'all, it's light brown blood. But it's not really blood for real. And it wasn't a lot. It was very light amount. And it was light brown. Which was weird to me because, y'all, when I come on my period every month, I immediately bleed heavy. Like, I'm a heavy bleeder. And the first day of my period, it's immediately bright red, heavy blood. Like, so, and I know how my body is. I know how it reacts to things. So, when Thursday came around and it didn't happen like that, I was like, that's weird. But I didn't immediately think like, oh, I'm pregnant or I should take a test or nothing like that. Pregnancy didn't even come to my mind when that happened. I kind of was just like, oh, this is a weird start. But I'm thinking that after Thursday, my period's just going to, like, you know, happen regularly, do what it do. So I'm just waiting. So Thursday, light blood, barely nothing, you know. Then Friday come around, I had nothing in my underwear. No spotting, no blood, nothing. Like, it was just like regular, like I wasn't even on my period no more. So I was like, what the heck? Because I'm definitely supposed to be on my period. So I just was like confused, but I still, of course, didn't think pregnancy. I was just like kind of just watching my body and trying to see what exactly was going on at the moment. So then day 3 come around. It's spotting again how it was on the Thursday, my first day of my period. It did it again on the third day. And I'm like, okay, this is getting weird. Like, where's my period at? Because this is not how my body usually does for my period. So I'm just kind of like confused. And at that point, day 3, that's when I was getting a little iffy. And I was like, is this pregnancy? Like, what actually is going on? Like, what is happening? So I'm just like, because I knew that, like, when you get pregnant, you can either, like, you know, miss a period or, like, spot or something, and that's, like, signs of pregnancy. So I was kind of just like, this can't be. Like, I hope it's not. So I'm just like, I'm not going to take a test today. I'm just going to wait 2 more days. And once I've missed my period on the 5th day, I'm going to take a pregnancy test to confirm it. Because I wasn't believing anything about me being pregnant. I was just kind of trying to watch my body and see what happens before ever even thinking pregnancy. Like, that's how much I was, like, naive to being pregnant. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to just wait. So I'm just like, the 4th day come around, no blood, no spotting, no nothing, no period. I'm like, oh no. If tomorrow, the next day on my 5th day, I don't have no period, I'm just gonna take a test. So 5th day come around. That morning I woke up, y'all, I was in the bathroom and I had nothing. It was no blood, nothing. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to the store later in the afternoon and I'm gonna get a pregnancy test and I'm gonna go ahead and just take a test. Did I think I was pregnant? I still really didn't think I was pregnant, no. I just kind of was like, but let's confirm it. You know, on the 5th day of my period, that morning I had talked to God on the way to school. Like, I was driving to school and I was talking to him. I was like, God, if I'm pregnant, show me a green truck or a green car. Let me know if I'm pregnant. Like, let this be a sign. And I specifically picked a green truck or car because y'all haven't seen any green trucks or cars. So I'm like, this is gonna be the sign because I haven't seen any. So I'm driving to school and I don't see any green trucks or cars yet. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I haven't seen so many so far. So far it's looking like I'm not pregnant. So then when I got to school, I actually had a field trip that day because my medical class, we were touring Galen College of Nursing to like see if that's a college we're interested in and stuff like that. So when we had got on like the bus to go, y'all, literally my head was literally down like on the bus. I was doing something and I just happened to look up real quick and look out the window, and as soon as I put my head, like I looked up and looked out the window, y'all, literally a green truck passed me. I'm like, okay. But see, y'all, I'm being naive. So even though I did tell God to show me a green truck or green car, after I seen the green truck, I still didn't believe I was pregnant. So I'm like, I'm gonna just ignore it. Like, I'm gonna just ignore this sign from God because I need more. Like, I need more signs. I can't just go off of this one green truck, even though he was already telling me. So I get through my day and stuff, and we leave the college, all of that. Like, and I just go about my day. Then on my way back home, like I was on my way home, but I had put in my maps to go to the store to buy a pregnancy test because I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a test today since it is my 5th day of missing my period. So I put my maps on and to take me to the store. And y'all, the way that my maps took me, it took me through some like weird like neighborhood. And while riding through the neighborhood, in the driveway is a bright green car. Like, it's super bright green car. I'm like, oh, ain't that crazy? This is the 2nd green car. Like, mind you, I told him to show me a green truck or green car. He showed me a green truck and a green car. So, like, if that ain't a sign, then what is? So I'm like, oh, no, like, ain't no way that my maps done took me through a path where I specifically seen a green car. So I get to the store, y'all, and I had bought a pregnancy test. And I bought 3 pregnancy tests because I just needed to, really confirm that I'm pregnant. And I should have knew that I was pregnant because, y'all, while I was in line buying the test, I seen some Takis. I don't eat hot stuff, y'all. Like, hot stuff really messes with my stomach. So, like, I don't really eat hot chips or nothing like that. I seen the Takis, y'all. I immediately picked it up. I started, like, immediately wanting the Takis. So, I'm like, okay. I get in the car, y'all. I ate the whole bag of Takis before I even drove home. Like, that should have been my sign that I was pregnant because, girl, I didn't have no bad reaction to the Takis, and usually it'd be, like, hot stuff mess my stomach up. My stomach wasn't messed up. They were super good. Like, I was like, oh, no. Like, no, this can't be. So I'm telling my sister, too. I'm texting her. I'm like, I just bought a pregnancy test. I'm eating this whole bag of Takis, which is weird. So I get home, y'all. I'm low-key, like, driving home from the store. I'm low-key nervous because it's just like, dang, like, low-key, I am showing signs that I'm pregnant. And God did show me a sign today that I'm literally pregnant. He literally confirmed it before I took the test. So I get home. I go in the bathroom. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm like, I'm so nervous. But, like, part of me still was expecting the test to come out negative, even though there was signs. I still was just, I don't know. I was naive. Like, I didn't believe it. I did not. So I had read the instructions on how to take the pregnancy test, and I sat down, I peed in a cup, and y'all, literally as soon as the test hit the pee, it immediately start rolling in the results. And I'm like nervous. I'm on the phone with my sister while I'm doing it. I'm like, oh shoot, like my heart is pounding. And when I tell y'all, it didn't even take 3 minutes for the results to come up, and it was positive. The pregnancy test was literally positive, and it wasn't no like faint line. No, you barely could see the positive. No, when I tell y'all, it was bold positive. Like, them lines was so dark, y'all. It was like, oh baby, you're pregnant. Like, it confirmed it 100% you pregnant. And I was, y'all, when I seen that test, I was like, nah, this can't be. Like, this is lies. So then I had took 2 more tests, because I'm just like, I just don't believe that I'm pregnant. Like, I can't be pregnant. So I had took the other 2 tests, and the same thing happened. Y'all, less than 3 minutes, results came back, lines extra dark, positive. I had shown my sister the test, and she was thinking that it was a joke. Like, she was like, you lying, like this. No, it's not. Like, she thinking I'm playing. No, I was not playing. Y'all, literally, like, when I seen the test, y'all, like, people been asking me what's my reaction, but if I'm being honest, I was speechless. Like, I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I didn't like smile, nothing. Like, it was just immediate. Like, I was just like that's literally my reaction. Just like looking at the test, I mean, mouth wide open, just I don't know. Like, I just froze, because y'all, I really could not believe it. And I'm telling y'all, I can't believe it, because when I did have sex, y'all, I did take a plan B. Like, and it's like, I know you have to, like, it's between 72 hours for the plan B to work. But the thing is, y'all, I took it within less than 24 hours. Like, less than 24 hours after having sex, I took the plan B. So I once I took that plan B, I knew 100% I'm not going to be pregnant, and that this plan B is going to work. Like, I never considered that the plan B would not work. So when I got my test back and it says positive, y'all, I was in shock, because I'm like, how if I took a plan B? Like, it wasn't clicking to me. I'm like, how can I be pregnant and I took a plan B? And I took it quick. Like, I was so confused. So, like, I'm just like, bro, what? So then I immediately, like, I started looking up on Google. I'm wondering, like, how can I be pregnant if I took a plan B? Like, this and that. And I seen it said that if you ovulating, then a plan B don't work. I didn't know that. I didn't know that when you ovulating, like, a plan B just does not work. But also, to top it off, y'all, I also didn't know I was ovulating. Like, when it comes to the Flow app, I only check Flow when I'm on my period, y'all. The only time I ever check it is when my period's near. I never check, like, what days I'm ovulating, when is this or that. No, because I don't be thinking about that. I'm not worried about ovulating, because I ain't trying to get pregnant. So, like, I did not realize that, 1, I was ovulating, having sex, and 2, a plan B don't work when you ovulating. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I was literally in shock. Like, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to say. I don't know. And my sister was like, she's like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? You fucked. Like, basically saying all this stuff, like, no, like, it can't be. And I'm just kind of like, I literally, like, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, that first day of finding out I was pregnant, I had no words. Like, I didn't know how to move forward, what I was gonna do, I didn't know who to tell. I didn't want to tell nobody yet. Like, I just was like, oh my gosh, like I had to process this because even me couldn't believe that I was pregnant. And it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, I just didn't expect being pregnant. Like, no, this was not on my 2026 bucket list. Like, I didn't expect this. So I'm just like, I'm in shock. And so then I asked my sister, I'm like, how should I tell him that I'm pregnant? Like, when should I tell him? And at first she was like, at first I was like, maybe I should tell it in person. Like, I should tell him that we need to see each other and I got to talk to him or something. But then I was just like, my sister was like, shit, just send it. Send a picture. And I was like, low key, fuck it. I'm ready to just air it out. So I had text him and I'm like, I think I had sent him, I sent him a picture of the positive pregnancy test. And then I might have said I'm pregnant, or I might have sent the test and waited for him to text back or something like that. I don't know. I can't really remember my exact words, but I knew I sent him the pictures and stuff. And when he seen the pictures, he thought I was like pranking him. Like it was some joke. And I'm like, no, like I swear, like I'm not pranking you. And plus, like y'all, pregnancy, this is something I'm not going to prank. I'm not pranking no boy that I'm pregnant or trying to fake a pregnancy. So no, like if I'm sending that I'm pregnant, oh baby, I'm pregnant. Like, so I'm just like, no, like I'm dead serious. Like I'm dead serious. And he's like, how you must ain't took the plan B. Like you didn't take the plan B. And I'm like, no, like I took the plan B. Like, he's like, so then if you took a plan B, how are you pregnant? So then I had told him about that. I searched it up and it said that I was ovulating and stuff. And I'm just like, so he's in shock. He keep on telling, like, keep on saying like he's in shock and stuff. And I'm like, shit, I'm in shock too, because it's like, bruh, I don't know how to react to this. And I definitely just didn't see this coming. Like, I feel like nobody saw this coming because, I mean, once again, after you take a plan B, you kind of just think everything is going to work out. And that's just that. So I'm like, dang. I was shocked, okay? This was a lot. And basically, that's like how I found out I was pregnant, though. That's that little story time. But for like reactions, we about to get into that next. Okay, so now I'm about to give y'all like my family's reaction and stuff because everybody been asking. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I really cannot remember my family's reaction word by word, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, this was so long ago I done told them. It's been a while, y'all. I don't know. But basically, okay, so like my sister's reaction, well, she was on the phone with me, so she was the first one to know, of course. And you know, she was just as shocked as me, and she was kind of just like what you gonna do, like you fucked, oh my god, like just saying all that type of stuff, like just saying like, oh my god, like ain't no way, my little sis, like saying that. But like my sister, one thing about it, like she told me, like basically she was saying like, OMG, you fucked, all that, but she was also being supportive too. Like she made sure to tell me, she's telling me about like how her experience was, and that, do y'all know that I'm gonna have to deal with that, like I'm gonna have to worry about this, worry about that, basically telling me like what I would have to worry about if I decide, you know, to keep my baby. Like she's giving me all that and stuff. And I'm kind of just like, you know, I'm listening to her, but she's being supportive, and she's just like, wow, like this is crazy. And so then after, you know, I had told her, I did wait a few days before I told my other sister, because my other sister, she lives in New Jersey because she goes to college down there. And so I had waited a few days to tell her. The only people who knew the first day I took my test was my baby's father, of course, and then my sister. Like, that was the only two people who knew, and everybody else I kind of just like waited to tell everybody. And really, I waited to tell people because my mind couldn't process it, but I knew I had to tell him, of course, because duh. And then I told my sister because we was on the phone together. But also, she would have been the first one to know anyways, regardless of us being on the phone or not, y'all, because I gotta tell somebody. I wasn't gonna just keep it a secret. Like, I couldn't hold that in from her. This is too crazy. So, yeah, so I had waited a few days to tell my other sister. And when I told her, I think she thought I was joking too, y'all. I really can't even remember her reaction. But she thought I was joking. Like, she didn't believe me when I said I was pregnant. She was more in shock. I think that was kind of it to her reaction. I don't know. I remember, though. I do remember her reaction was kind of bland. Like, I'm not going to lie. It wasn't really a crazy reaction, so I really can't remember it. But I know she was more, like, shocked and stuff. And she, of course, like, asked me questions. But she didn't really have, much to say for real. The next person I had told about my pregnancy was my pawpaw. Mind you, y'all, I waited a month to tell my family. Like my pawpaw and my parents, I waited a whole month. I was pregnant for like literally a month before telling them. And the reason actually I had even told my pawpaw was because he came to me. Like, I don't know when I even planned on telling him that I was pregnant. I think I planned on telling him, like, of course, after Christmas and stuff, because I didn't want to ruin Christmas, because I just didn't know how my family would react. I thought I was going to, like, really disappoint my pawpaw, and I don't care to really, like, disappoint my parents or something, because my parents themselves are a little, I don't know, but I don't really, like, care what they got to say. It was more of what did my papa have to say, because my papa, when he, like, sees me and, like, looks at me, he knows, like, I'm the girl that, you know, really got my head on right. I'm focused in school. Like, he knows me as, like, the schoolgirl. Like, that's me. Like, I'm just his innocent sweetheart that goes to school, gets good grades, and really locked in. Really, like, I'm an educated girl. Like, that's what he thinks. And he thinks of, like, I don't think he just expected me, you know, to be pregnant because he thought, like, you know, going to college, this and that. Like, he knew I was more of a career girl and school girl. Like, that's the type of person I was. So, well, I even still am. So let me not even say was, but that's how he viewed me. So I was kind of like scared to tell him because I just didn't want him to judge me. And I didn't want to disappoint him because I never want to disappoint my papa. Like, my papa is the only person I don't want to disappoint. Like, that's the person I do this for real. Like, that's who I need approval. If I need anybody's approval, it's my papa's. I don't need nobody else's. So I remember, like, I was getting sick. I was getting, like, very, very sick, throwing up, like, 5 times a day, y'all. Like, when they say morning sickness, I didn't know it was going to be more than just the morning. And I didn't know how bad morning sickness was until I experienced it. So, like, I was throwing up really, really bad. Like, after, like, 2 weeks of knowing I was pregnant, I started throwing up really bad. So, I think he started noticing how sick I was, and because I was, like, too sick to really go to school for real. So it was kind of like he was figuring out, like, what's going on. And actually, I do think let me see, when he found out, yeah, it was a day that I was supposed to go to school. It was a school day, and he had came to me because he was trying to, like, get me up to wake me up for school, because he was noticing, like, usually, like, I have my own alarms and I'll just get up, but he was noticing that, like, I just still haven't got up, and time keep going back and I haven't even got up. So he's asking me, he's like, sweetie, like, what's wrong? Like, why aren't you getting up for school and stuff? And I'm telling him, like, I don't feel good. Like, I think I just want to stay home. Like, I keep just saying I don't feel good. And he's like, dang, because, like, I keep on saying I don't feel good. Girl, how many times are you going to say you don't feel good? This is an everyday thing. Like, is something going on? Do you need to go to the hospital? And, like, he had asked me, too. Once I kept saying I was sick, he was like, did I need to go to the hospital or anything like that? But, see, thing is, I was telling him no, because I knew I was pregnant. And I knew going to the hospital or something, they was just going to say that I was pregnant. I already knew why I was sick. So I just didn't want to tell him. So he's asking me what's wrong and stuff, and I'm kind of just, like, not trying to tell him. So then he goes out my room and he's like, you know, he starts doing what he's doing. Then he comes back to my door, y'all, after like a few, I think it was like a few minutes, maybe like 10 minutes or something. He come back to my door and he starts knocking. And he's like, sweetie, can I come in? And so I'm like, yes. He comes in, y'all, and he sits on the edge of my bed. He's like, I'm going to ask you a question. He's like, you're not pregnant, are you? I immediately just said yes. I just told him yes. I just aired it out immediately because honestly, y'all, it's all I could do. I mean, once somebody asks me like the question, I can't say no. I mean, like if he already asking me and I'm clearly pregnant, I can't say no because then that's just going to make stuff worse. And then that's just me lying to him when I could just go ahead and tell him because I needed to tell him anyways. And he done asked the question and that's my answer. So I immediately said yes. I told him yes right away. And he was just like, sweetie. As soon as he said sweetie, y'all, I low-key think I started crying. Like I immediately started busting out in tears. Because my first thought was, I'm disappointing him. So, he's like, and he's talking to me, and he's telling me, in which he was clarified, like, he was reassuring me, basically, that I'm not disappointing him. And I didn't have to say it. I think he knew that that was the thought that was coming to my mind. And so, he was just, like, telling me that, like, that's not the case, and that, you know, we gonna get through it. And he's kind of been knowing that I'm been pregnant because he been having like dreams about it. And he said that during Christmas time he didn't want to buy me no clothes for real because he knew that I was gonna get big. Because I guess he been knowing that I've been pregnant. So it's just like, wow. Like, and then my papa's also one of those, like, if he knows something, he kind of just want to wait and see if you would tell him instead of coming to you about it. But I guess he was like, nah, I'm gonna come to her about it now because she clearly still haven't told me. But yeah, he was just, you know, he was saying that like God gonna get me through it and this is all part of his plan. And basically just like he was being nice and just supportive and sweet and just reassuring me and stuff that, you know, I'm able to handle this. And y'all, as soon as like me and my papa had a talk and stuff, I just felt so relieved, y'all, because I'm not gonna lie, holding in that I've been pregnant from my family, like it was causing me so much stress. Like I was so distressed. I was actually getting depressed being pregnant because like I didn't tell my family or nothing, and I was so scared, and I was thinking all these negative thoughts of how they would like see me, how they would react. Like, just everything was negative of how I thought it was going to be. So I was just so scared, and it just made me just get depressed. And I was just like, wow, like, why did this happen? Like, you know, I'm just questioning everything because I just didn't know. Like, I just didn't know how my family would be. As soon as I told my papa, all that stress was gone. He immediately would, like, he didn't get mad at me, y'all. He didn't, judge me, bash me, nothing. He was immediately supportive, immediately nice to me. And after we had a talk and stuff, he did, and he cried, y'all, and it was so sweet but sad, like, because I just my papa, one thing about him, when he having like deep talks with me and stuff, he's gonna cry. Like, he's gonna cry. And so we just started crying and hugging each other and stuff. And that same day in the afternoon, he had came home and he had brought me flowers. And he was just really sweet. He was very sweet to me. I definitely love him so much. Like, and I really needed that, y'all, because I was going through it. Like, I really was getting depressed in the beginning of my pregnancy because I just was so scared to tell everybody. So then, after he had found out, it did make life 10 times better and stuff in my life. Immediately, like, I felt so much more peace, like, after telling him. So then I was like, well, now that I told my papa, it's about time for me to tell my mom. And I think I said I wanted to tell my mom and my dad like around the same time, but I end up waiting even longer to tell my dad. But I had told my mom not right after telling my papa, but after a little bit, I called my mom because I don't live with my mom, I live with my papa. So I had called my mom, and I was like, I had to tell her something. And she was like, what? And I think either she said, what, you pregnant? Or I said, I'm pregnant. I think she might have said, what, you pregnant? But saying it kind of as a joke, like not trying to like, she didn't actually believe I was pregnant, if that makes sense. Or y'all, I might have said I'm pregnant to her. I don't know which one it was, but I know that as soon as she said what, it came out. And when I basically confirmed that I was pregnant, she was kind of just like, what, you lying? Are you playing with me? Like, she's like screaming on the phone, like, she's like, you playing? Like, she don't believe me. She think I'm just joking with her. Like, this is like, I'm not pregnant. And I'm telling her, like, no, like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm pregnant. And so she's like, what you gonna do? And she's like, ain't no way, this can't be. And she hung up on me. And when she hung up on me, I was just like, shoot. I didn't even call her back. I just kind of let her, do what she do, because I didn't know what to do. I was just trying to tell her. I mean, I didn't already told the person I needed to really tell, which is my papa. So I'm like, So then she had called me back like 15 minutes later, and she was like, I'm sorry for hanging up on you. That wasn't right. I just couldn't believe it. Like, and I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to say. And so then she started like basically telling me that she's excited to be a grandma, and this is gonna be her chance to like redo it, because like, y'all, she wasn't the best mom to me, and like she honestly, yeah, she wasn't the best parent. So, and she knows she has a lot to make up for, basically, because I done dealt with a lot with her, and she just haven't been here for real in my life. So she was like, this will give me a chance to really step up and try again. So I'm ready to be a grandma. And she just started getting excited and stuff. And basically that was kind of her talk. And she of course asked me questions about like him, about me being pregnant, all that, like, questions, a parent would ask. So she asked me questions, and actually when my papa too, he asked me some questions about like the boy that I've of course was having a baby with, and then like yeah, I mean, he didn't really say much either. He just basically asked that because, I mean, we all know that the reason I have a baby is like, sex. So he wasn't going to ask me like, how did it happen? And that's actually what he said when he was talking to me. He said, I'm not going to ask how did it happen, because I mean, I know how it happened. But yeah, he mainly was just, asking me about how did I feel, and what did I plan on doing, and like, how did my, and who was the dude and stuff, and how is the dude, like, what type of person is the dude, is he nice, like, all that type of stuff. And basically was saying like he wanted to meet him. So yeah, so then my mom we just had that little talk and stuff, and then after that it was cool. And ever since my mom been knowing I was pregnant, she's been like really she's been really nice. She like called me like every day. It sometimes be annoying because I don't like all that. But she be calling me a lot, and she be wanting to like, cook me food. We go baby shopping and stuff, and like she just always check on me and my baby. So yeah, she's been doing really good, and I think, yeah, she's been trying to just step up her game. But and then my dad, when I had told him that I was pregnant, honestly, I feel like my dad's response to me being pregnant was like, I don't know, like it was nothing. His reaction, like, one, I feel like I barely broke it down to him, because I had called him trying to tell him he had a lot going on. He said he was going to call me back, then he called me back and stuff. So I had ended up texting him, and I had just told him that I was pregnant. And at the same time that I told him I was pregnant, I had went ahead and told him that my sister's pregnant, because she was like, go ahead and just tell him that I'm pregnant too. And during that time, he just was like, he was just telling me basically like, you're still going to succeed. You're still going to, which it was like, I mean, I know that. Like, I know I'm still going to succeed and stuff, but he didn't, that's really the only thing he kind of was like saying. He wasn't really saying much about it. And he did ask me about like who the boy was and like what type of boy is the boy. What type of boy is he? Like, is he in the streets? Is he book smart? Like, do he got a job? Stuff like that. Yeah, because he know, and my daddy was like, but I know you're not gonna really pick nobody in the streets because you book smart and all that. So like, he was asking all that type of stuff, and he was just more like, yeah. So he didn't really have no reaction, or at least I don't really know his reaction because he didn't say much, and then he started going on about himself. Like, so I was like, boy, what? Bye. So it was all of like my family's reaction and stuff. And yeah, that's like all the family I told. And then any family that do know, shoot, it's just like my papa had told people, or my mom had told family members and stuff, but I don't know nothing about their reaction because those are the only people I talk to for real. I don't actually talk to really anybody else really in my family. Like, I don't have a big family, y'all. Yeah, I have a pretty small family, so, and none of my family is like really close. So that's really the only people that I had told family wise, out of my own mouth at least. Yeah. So that was their reactions. I feel like they didn't really have like crazy reactions. My whole family is very supportive, and they all here for me. None of them bashed me. None of them, was negative or anything like that, which was a relief for me because I needed support. And I also, like, y'all, I told y'all that I was getting depressed because I had so much negative thoughts about how my family would react. So once I had seen that they had like a whole different reaction, it just made me feel like so much better. So I felt good. I felt very, very good. Now let's answer some of these questions. I'm only going to answer like a little bit. I'm not going to answer too many, y'all, because honestly, I already know this video is getting long. Like, this one took me a minute to really give y'all the story time. Not even going to lie. And I'm just give y'all a few. How are you mentally and physically with the baby? Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty happy. Like, I'm happy. I'm at peace. I haven't really like, now that like it's clear, it's like I done cleared the air, let everybody know, I can like stop hiding so much, and so it just lets me just like, be at peace. Like, I feel calm. I'm just like, if anything, I am a little stressed trying to like make sure that I get everything done, of course, before having the baby and stuff. And y'all, I still have to plan my baby shower, and I haven't really been planning it. So that's the main thing that's causing me stress. I feel like it's trying to get just certain stuff out the way and checking off all my checklists, basically. But I'm doing good, and physically, I'm doing really good, really healthy. My baby's very, very healthy. Like, everything's good. Like, I'm good. Thank you. Were you scared? I was definitely scared, but like, I don't know if I was scared, or I was more of like scared about like telling people and kind of in shock. I am scared kind of like to give birth, but like, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really scared, like in general, but like certain things, I guess, can be scary, if that makes sense. I don't know. What's been the hardest part of pregnancy so far? I say all of like the sickness and me being overly tired all the time and just trying to like have the energy to do anything is the hardest part. And especially actually being sick was that was the hardest part of everything. That would cause me to never want to like have a kid again because of how sick I was. Like, that was draining. I was losing weight. It was just so bad. Like, no. I know some people been asking me about his name and stuff, but I'm not saying his name, so y'all would just have to wait and see. Do you think you'll be taking epidural? Yes, I had told my doctor that I will be taking epidural. Part of me I have thought about going natural, though. I'm not even gonna lie, but I don't know. I gotta see how it feels when it comes to time. I gotta see how bad the contractions are Because I don't know. Part of me do be wanting to go natural. But just give me the epidural because I don't really want to feel pain. But I'm also one of those people, y'all, when I feel pain, I don't really be wanting to take medicine for pain. Like, I be trying to just thug it out. So, like, I don't know. Did you have any thoughts she was going to get pregnant soon? Or was it like a shock to you? No, I didn't have any thoughts that I was going to get pregnant soon. Like, no. Trust me, y'all, I was not thinking one bit about pregnancy at all, ever. So it's like, no, I wasn't expecting it. It's like, I'm just as shocked as the world, okay? Like, y'all, this was not something that I thought was going to be happening. I didn't even think I was going to get pregnant young, to be honest. If I'm being completely honest with y'all, I thought I wasn't going to have kids till I'm in my 30s. Like, that's how much I was more focused on, like, school and stuff. So, I didn't expect this, no. How is the journey of becoming a mommy? I feel like the journey is very exciting. It's very new. Like, I feel completely different, low-key. Like, my mindset has changed. I feel like I'm immediately in parent mode, and I just think of every single situation, everything that could happen, anything that I need to do to protect my kid. Like, I'm just immediately thinking all these thoughts, you know? And I'm excited though. Like, I've also feel like I've been kind of just, you know, in my own world, worrying about my baby, and yeah. It's a nice journey though. I'm very excited, and I love my baby so much. So I can't wait to meet him. How did you handle it all so well, and how do you balance that with school and such? Well, I feel like, one, my support system, like people around me being supportive has helped me get through like my pregnancy so far. Because, you know, I like having a whole bunch of negative people will like bring you down. So having people be positive and be supportive around me, that has helped a lot. So that's one way I've balanced this well. And then also, like, with school and stuff, well, I'm almost done with school. So it's been a breeze. I just been staying focused, but I've always been the type to be focused in school, keep my grades up, keep everything up. So, like, me being pregnant, it kind of didn't, like, I feel like it didn't mess me up for real, because I always make sure to keep my grades up. I can't say my attendance got a little bad from being sick so much. My attendance messed up really bad, but even with me not coming to school, I was doing my work still. So, like, I just made sure to stay focused regardless. Are you going to vlog your birth experience in mommy vlogs? I do plan on doing vlogs, and I do plan on trying to vlog going into labor and stuff. I'm really going to try, because I'm the type of person that say I'm a vlog, and then because it's like a lot going on, it's just something so important, I'm not going to end up recording. But I'm going to try. I'm going to definitely try to make that content, but I'm going to do mommy vlogs. I don't really want to show my baby too much though, or like really show his face for real, because people do be weird and you just can't trust it. Like, I don't know. I just don't trust social media, like, especially people being negative of me even coming out and saying that I was pregnant. Showing my baby, people just might be just weird about it, and I don't really like it. And I don't want people, you know, going around posting my baby and putting weird captions on it and all that. Like, no. You know, I cannot. What kind of career will you have? I want to be a trauma nurse. Oh, and a lot of people also keep asking me, am I going to college? Yes, y'all, I am going to college. I start college in January. Yes, I'm going to college, y'all. I promise y'all, my baby is not stopping me from getting an education. Like, I'm going to be in college very, very soon. I'm going to get my career. I'm going to get my degrees. I'm going to get everything that I was doing before having a baby. I'm going to do that same thing with a baby, you know? So let's not downplay that, okay? I'm going to do even more. Like, trust y'all. I'm in grind mode. Like, my baby is not stopping me from accomplishing none of my goals. Regardless of what happens in my life, I'm still going to accomplish what I need to accomplish. Am I going to have a baby shower? Yes, I'm going to have a baby shower. And I do plan to vlog it, because that was also asked. I do plan to vlog it. I just need to plan it, y'all. I got to get on my stuff. I'm just trying to get graduation out the way. And I've been trying to just plan that stuff first, but I'm gonna plan my baby shower. My worst pregnancy symptom, honestly, I haven't really had like horrible symptoms. The only symptoms I can say was like really bad was just my morning sickness, and then also I don't really like the heartburn and stuff because that can be uncomfortable. But yeah, and I be out of breath a lot. I be tired a lot, like all of that. I be out of breath just talking, literally. Pregnancy cravings, I really don't know what I be craving, y'all. Like, if anything, I feel like I crave meals. I always want to eat. I just want to eat big meals, eat. Like, I just want to eat. Every single thing I see, I want to eat. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, I'm just constantly eating stuff. I don't have any weird cravings, y'all. Like, y'all know when there's weird combos and stuff, I don't have any. Like, I just eat stuff. People thinking that, like, I wanted to get pregnant this young, or that I did this on purpose or something. Y'all, I'm just as shocked as y'all. Pregnancy just, it happened to happen, you know? Like, I didn't plan this. I didn't do this on purpose. Like, I just happened to be pregnant. And it's like, y'all be so quick to, you know, bash somebody for being pregnant young. Like, we not all having sex. I just happened to get a baby out of it. Like, come on now. Everybody be having sex. You act like that's something new that young people be having sex. Young people have sex. I just got pregnant. Like, you know, I didn't choose to get pregnant young. I just got pregnant young. Like, what the heck? And then while others your age want to turn up. One, before being pregnant, y'all, I was not even a party girl. I did not go out and go to parties. I didn't do none of that. I literally stay to myself. I don't even like being where other people's at. Like, if everybody's at a place, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be around people. I like being in my own little bubble, my own little places. That's why people don't see me. People don't even think I live in my hometown because I'm not where everybody's at. Like, you know? So I don't care to turn up, and I can still turn up. You know? I can still turn up if I wanted to, but it's not like I really even want to. I think turning up is overrated anyways. I just want to do little cute stuff and do my own little thing. Are you going to be public with baby boy? Like, is he going to be in your content? He'll be in my content. I just probably won't show like a whole bunch of him for a little bit, or he won't, like, I won't really show his face for real that much. Like, he's going to be in some stuff, but I'm just not going to like make it where you see him a whole bunch. You know, if that makes sense? Because I mean, I'm going to do content, so I know that he got to be in it somehow if I'm going to do mommy content. But yeah, I don't know. I just got to protect him though, because from weirdos. You see yourself having more babies later? I'm okay with just one, y'all. Like, if this happened to be my only kid, I'm perfectly okay with it. Like, I know people be saying, but like, no, you need to have another kid because they're gonna want a sibling. Like, being an only child, that's so boring, or that's so selfish to have your kid only be the only child or whatever. But honestly, if this is my only kid, it's my only kid, and I'm gonna just spoil my kid to death. Like, he got his cousins, bro. Like, I'm okay with one kid, but if I do have another kid, that'll be my last kid. It's my second kid. I'm going over 2. Are there some things you wouldn't allow your baby to do as a toddler? One rule that I will have for my kid is I don't want him being, you know, like an iPad kid or something. I do want my child to actually be a child and, you know, be outside. Be a little boy, you know, be outside, ride bikes, ride dirt bikes, play sports, play in the grass, get dirty, like, just have fun, like, play games, play with people. Don't just always be stuck to a screen or stuck to an iPad, always needing some electronic. Like, I just want him to be a kid and just be able to just have fun in life and make fun out of everything instead of needing to have a screen in order to not be bored, you know? I just want him to enjoy it, because when I was a kid, I really, like, was a kid. Like, I really had a great like childhood when it came to, like, you know, doing things and stuff, because I wasn't always on electronics. Like, I had electronics, but I was also playing outside. I was going to parks. I was riding bikes. I was playing in dirt. I was, you know, doing all that. I just want my kid to just live the best childhood ever, literally. So that's one thing, I guess a rule or something. I just don't want him tied to a screen, but yeah. Oh, and I know also, like, I'm gonna teach my child, like, young, to already start learning stuff like reading and learning little things. Like, I'm gonna trust my child's gonna be very, very smart, because me, I don't play in school, okay? Your girl, she don't play about her grades. I've never ever failed no classes. I don't even really get C's. Like, y'all, I don't get C's for real. Like, trust. I don't be playing. I don't even like seeing a C. I barely like seeing a B, y'all. I'm real strict with my grades. I be wanting my stuff mainly at A's. I don't even like seeing B's for real. So I don't be wanting to see C's. I don't want to see nothing, okay? And I definitely have never got a D. So, yeah. Anyways, y'all, that is all the questions I'm really going to answer, because yeah, y'all pretty much like asked all the same stuff, and y'all asking mainly about like my reaction, but I gave y'all my reaction. And for all the sweet people that, you know, say little stuff on here, y'all so sweet, and I love you guys, and thank you so much for your support, because the people who support me, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that you guys are sweet to me. I don't care about these negative people. I care about the people who love me. Who love you. And that's why I love the ones who love me. But, okay, y'all. That is the end of this video. I'm wrapping this up. I feel like this video is low-key going to be long. I feel like I talked a lot. But I do hope you enjoy. I hope I kind of answered some of this stuff for y'all. No, I'm not answering no questions about the dad. Y'all don't need to know his business. Y'all don't need to know our business. Just know, yes, my baby has a dad, okay? Yes, my baby's daddy is in his life. Like, I feel like that's the only thing that matters. And honestly, y'all don't even really need to know that. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know whenever I post. I'm going to be pretty consistent. And make sure to also watch my other videos too. Don't just stay here to be messy. Okay, bye y'all.